Happy Sunday from Sickles Garage. So I'm out here working on the Mustang. Got to get it done for the 17th. Got to get it done. So we got a bunch of parts yesterday and I'm going to work on this distributor. I got to recurve it. So I'll share what I'm doing. So basically this is the old distributor. I'm going to tear it all apart and we're going to change that timing curve and make it shorter and put lighter springs in it so it comes on quicker. I have no idea what's in it right now in that new remanufactured distributor. So we're going to tear this one apart, take the guts out, look to see what size the slot is. I doubt it's going to be a 10L. It's probably going to be a 15 or an 18, which means I'll have to weld up that slot and make it shorter. So I will get it apart and I'll show you what it is. All right, so I got the new distributor that we dropped in the car. I got it pulled out. I'm gonna get it all tore apart so we can take a look inside and see what the slot is at. So this slot was a 21 and this one was a 16. As you can see, that's an emission one. I mean, that's a crazy amount of total timing if you set the initial at like 12 to 15. So what I did is I put a weld spot in the corner here, and then I narrowed this slot up, then I filed this slot down, and we're actually at like a in between a I would say a 9 and a 10L, roughly 0.400 is what we have it at. And then we'll see what the other one looks like and see. I am betting that it doesn't have a 10L. That's what you should have, is between a 10 and a 9 probably with this motor. So we'll take a look, and that should give us, this one right here should give us at about 19 degrees advance. So, you know, instead of 20, I'm at 19. So it should be a good compromise. So let me get it apart and I'll see what it looks like. All right, I finally got it apart. It's interesting. This one doesn't have a clip in the top. It has a screw. So that was kind of cool because it was easy. The little clip, I didn't show you on the video, but there's this little tiny clip. And it's hard to get out of there. It's down inside right here. Anyway, this will be a good visual. So these remanufactured or new distributors, look how wide that slot is. I'm going to measure it here in a second, but those slots are really wide, and the advance is super stiff. This thing probably wouldn't get full advance till like 4,000 RPM, 5,000 RPM. So anyway, I'm going to get this the rest of the way apart, and then we'll measure these slots and we'll measure the other one. So I'll be right back. All right, so let's take a look and see what we get. So 6:30 seconds. So that's a 21. The one it was set on was a 21R. That would give you, how does that work? That would be 42 degrees of advance is what that would give you. 42 degrees of advance. So the other side looks like it was probably a 16, which would give you 32 degrees advance. We got ours down to a 20, so yeah, like 19. So we're gonna stick this in there and get it back together and assembled. All right, so I got this put back together. Interesting fact, this is not the same size as, where'd I put it? This. Not sure why, but the shaft is a different size. So probably because some aftermarket cheap China distributor, not quite sure. But so I had to take time, weld up another one. I'll save that one for the future. I actually made this one with a little bit smaller slot just to try to limit how much advance we get. Because if I do change a cam in the future, I would have to tear it back apart. So, yep, there it goes. And then the other thing is, these were the springs that were in it. It's probably pretty hard to see in this video. I'll bring them up here. Very heavy, very heavy. I might reuse this one on one side because these are the Mr. Gaskets. I don't know what I did with the thing. 925D springs. They're pretty easy, so I don't want to have full advance at like 2,000 RPM. So I think I'll use this one on one side and one of these performance springs on the other, and that should get us where we need to be. The other ones, the old ones that were in the other distributor, were just as stiff. So that should be it. It should be pretty simple. I'm going to put it back together. I'll show you how it works once it's all back together. All right, there it is, all back together. We got 20 degrees right there of timing total. Like with, you got 15 degrees initial, it's gonna be 35. So there you go. It's a lot less than what it was advancing to. I believe it was advancing to probably close to 50. So we'll get it all back in the car and we'll start working on that carburetor. All right. All right, I want to show you something I discovered today. They always say don't use cheap parts. This came with the distributor when I bought it new. Came with rotor cap, all that kind of stuff. This is the one I modified. I'm going to hold on to this and I'm going to show you something. So let me see if I can rotate like this. So we're facing straight down, and that's all the way over this direction. Now, look how much it moves. And it is pushed all the way down. The problem isn't this piece. The problem's inside of this rotor, and I doubt you're going to be able to see it. Let's see. No. Anyway, the tab inside there is super narrow. It is not factory width. It is not this width. It's about a quarter of this width. It's just like a little pin down in there. So it allows it to move back and forth on here. I don't know how many degrees that is, 5 to 10 degrees. So I don't know that you would see a ton of it, but I don't know. Like, to me, like, it should not be that way. It should be pretty tight in there. So we fixed that up. I went and got a new rotor. It did fix the problem. So if you're having issues, maybe look at that little pin down in there and make sure that's not the problem, that it's the rotor phasing's way off or something.